Welcome to the Superdry podcast. We're going to be focusing on some of the topics covered in the Future, Engage, Deliver leadership program. Over previous podcasts, we've looked at different leadership styles that we can adopt and how they'll often have very different results. We've focused on taking a more coaching style, but by no means are we saying this is the only approach to take. Different situations and different people will always need different styles. We looked at how often there is an axis of skill versus will. This is how you can look at people based upon motivation, enthusiasm, and energy versus experience, knowledge, and skill. You will often have people on your team full of enthusiasm, but with little or no knowledge. New starters would be a good example of this. For these people, teaching and telling is absolutely the right approach. If someone walked into the office for the first time, and you knew that to log on to the system required pressing Control, Alt and Delete, you wouldn't start asking, what do you think you could do? Or which keys do you think might work? You'd just tell them. If there is only one way of doing something, or you know that they don't have the answer, then tell is absolutely the right approach. Where coaching opportunities often arise is where someone does have the knowledge or experience, but for whatever reason is maybe lacking the confidence to do it for themselves. This is where asking, well, what would you do? Or what have you done previously? Really does work. I gave the example of a time in my career when I was forced to do just this. I joined a new business and on my first day was told that another team would be reporting into me. This team ran extremely bespoke sporting festivals. They started to ask me questions about an upcoming lacrosse tournament that they were running. Now, as someone who's attended a comprehensive school in Leeds, I know nothing about lacrosse. So when they came and asked me about the types of pitch or the goal sizes, all I could do was ask questions such as, so what did you do last year? And did that work? And how do you think you might get around that this time? Every time they left my office, I would have my head in my hands thinking, I'm a charlatan. I'm making this up as I go along. But what was really interesting was, after 6 months in the role, I received 360 degrees feedback from both this team and my other team where I was the so-called expert. The other team had me as a decent leader, but the team where I thought I knew nothing had me as some form of guru of leadership, and some of the comments coming through were things such as, we've learnt more in the last 6 months than in the last 6 years, and we feel so empowered. What was amazing about this was that the manager before me had been a Team GB lacrosse player, but he'd taken it upon himself to book every pitch and to look after every single detail. Leadership often isn't about having all the right answers, it's about asking the right questions.